Welcome everybody to the We Get Drunk Sports Podcast. I'm your host with the most bad news, Cruz. What's going on, people? How we doing? How's everybody? Sorry, we're running a little late, like always, but better late than never. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's had a blessful week. Yeah, man, there's a lot of things to talk about. We don't have that much time today. Let's get into things because we got lots of things, lots to talk about. And welcome to Dr. G. How we doing, my brother?
I am doing fantastic. Everything is great.
That's good.
Blessed to be here with my brother. Blessed that I don't have to watch hockey tonight.
Oh, thank God.
Blessed because the Rangers are a disgraceful franchise, disgraceful team. So I'm happy that they're out of it. So they put me out of my misery. Cecil Fielder is in the house, baby. Big
45.
Cecil.
Me and the classic man. We was thinking about what to wear. What I was like, I got to get something.
And well, you got to show the people your Ruben Sierra stuff. That's where the money's at.
I don't understand. I got a whole collection.
Next week, I'm showing my signed Barry Bonds baseball. 1998 San Francisco Giants. And since in our private chat, everyone was talking about the blaster today, I had to rock one of my Giants hats. So
look who it is. It's my brother, the T-Bone Special. Ladies,
the T-Bone Special, baby.
Remember, ladies love to order that T-Bone Special.
It's special too.
I wonder, do they get it medium rare? Well done.
Rare. You know how they get it. They get it raw.
No raw. Well done. Protected.
Oh man.
The classic, man. Tennessee in hand.
He showed up. He has to answer for that garbage hockey team.
I had a little problem with the internet. Calm down.
Please don't tell me you're watching that team. Do not tell me they're on your screen.
Don't do it. I'm show you something right now, G. And you go right now. If you go right now to FanDuel, you put $1,000 on. He's watching it because he's a Jet fan. Jet fans are miserable people, and they will watch it. And guess what? He's going to be miserable watching the Rangers.
I'm watching it. I'm sorry.
And the funny part is that I'm watching it too. I hate the Islanders. F the Islanders.
Misery loves company.
Nothing, so that's the good part.
Misery loves company.
I don't care if we're out of it. I don't care. San Francisco Giants, baby. Let's go.
We knew it.
Can we kick this guy out? Can we kick this guy out, please? Kick him out.
We knew it. We knew you're deep down. You're a San Francisco Giants fan.
Because today is the day that it's over with for you, the classic man in bone. I'm gonna tear you guys apart with this horrible Yankee team. Today is the day that all the capping stops.
And I'm horrible. And it's only the second week of the season. What the hell?
I'm starting with you, Mr. Sunshine.
Listen,
I'm starting with you.
I'm ready. You know I'm ready to fight.
All right, so I'm wait. You gotta tell me what's on the agenda because I am going to break it down for you.
Well, first let's start because you weren't around when we were talking about these torpedo bats. Everyone made a whole big thing about these torpedo bats. They're legal, guys. Legal. MLB signed off on it. Okay, we just got a mad scientist who works for us, and he said, "You know what? I see that these guys are always hitting the ball down the bat. Let's put the barrel down."
But can we call this out? Where are all the complainers of the turbo bats and torpedo bats when we didn't score a run yesterday? I want to hear it. Where they at? Where's everybody at?
The day before.
We scored yesterday. We won.
We won.
Oh yeah, I mean the day before. Sorry,
See, that's how bad it is. He's a Giant fan so hard he forgot about the Yankees
already.
Man. It's
He's
sad.
already
It's sad.
because today's an off day. I'm off today.
It's off. It's off.
We are into the second week of the season.
Oh my God,
Teams
we win
are
3-0.
still just people are still trying to get the feel of things. Okay, now if you're making a big stink on how your team is doing right now, then you need to get yourself checked out. Because I have
that's
seen
not
teams.
true. That's
true.
Not
I have
true.
seen
That's
teams
not true.
struggle in April and
Not
they're
true.
in the playoffs. I.e. Mets. I mean, last year the so-called Met fan wrote him off. He wrote, I wish, oh my God, I need to upload the picture. He wrote himself off. He said that the team is trash. Get rid of everybody. He's no longer a Met fan. And what happened? They made the playoffs.
Okay. Let's use your logic. Let's use your logic here. You're saying all this stuff about it. Well, it's too early. You are comparing the New York Yankees, the greatest franchise in all of sports, to bum ass Mets fans and their garbage ass teams. Is that what you're doing? Is that really what you're doing?
I just made an example.
That's a bad example. That's a bad example.
I don't know if you know, but I don't know if people know out there. I just have my high school degree, so please bear with me. Bear with me.
My God,
I don't have my master's or my doctorate like Dr. G does from Rutgers University.
Rutgers University, baby, on the old Raritan,
New Jersey.
That's right, baby. New Brunswick, Piscataway, we in Newark, we everywhere, baby. Camden, everywhere. Do not compare the great Yankee franchise to any of these bum-ass teams. We expect better.
But in our history that we've known each other, because we know each other for more than 20 years, right? All of us here.
How old are you now, Joey?
I will be 39 this year.
So 39 years, because I seen you born. So yes.
Hey, yo.
I've known you forever.
You was in the delivery. Go, Johnny. Go.
Your whole life.
Your whole life. So, yes. What is your point, though? What is your point?
Is, in our 39 years of knowing each other, the Yankees have always started off bad.
Here we go. If
I'm lying, I'm dying. We always start bad.
You never start making excuses.
April always is kind of rough for us.
But you have to think about the East Coast teams. They start and they're in this cold weather.
Now we're gonna blame the East Coast, even though we played Detroit and you were blaming the snow. Do the other players play in the snow too, or was it just the Yankees?
They've been playing in that weather for like 4 days straight already.
So which one is it? The weather? Is it the team? How many excuses do you guys want? How many?
There's no excuses. We're not making excuses. We're just telling you facts, though. Those things happen.
How about winning baseball games? Do you guys care about winning baseball games?
What do you mean? Of course we do.
That's why my guy who I said was gonna do good, Max Fried Rice, all right, pitched yesterday, and what's his name? Arroz Blanco came in and helped us. So the two Rices yesterday helped us. Okay, he pitched very well for us. We didn't give him enough hitting. But you know what? He went out there and he battled. And a game in April where he shouldn't be.
All you do is have.
So, Gary, what do you want? What do you want for the Yankees right now?
What do I want? What I want to see is
what you want.
The notebook. I'm waiting for the guy to come.
He wants them to be undefeated. That's what he wanted. He wanted them to be undefeated right now.
I don't want to be. It's not about undefeated. Can we?
That's the way you're talking.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I know what it is. I'm gonna cut you off this week because I got backup.
Good.
You know what it is? Because the San Francisco Giants have a better record than the Yankees. Well, that's why.
That is a whole separate issue. That's a whole separate issue.
It's not. That's the main issue.
Can we focus on the Yankees and the pitching problems that we're having? Can we focus on that?
I will be honest with you. Other than Max Fried.
Finally, he's going to tell the truth. Finally, go ahead. Fighting.
He always tells the truth.
We've been waiting for years.
You don't let him.
Years waiting for this. He never tells the truth.
Other than Max Fried, the pitching staff hasn't been good. I'll give you
hasn't been good. Wait, what? What?
No. Time out. They have been good. They've been good enough to win. It's just the games that we lost is because we couldn't hit. We couldn't hit. Our pitching was there.
Carlos Rendon pitched a good game the other day.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the other team. The other pitcher.
He gave up 4 runs in 2 innings. What are we?
No.
He has an 8 ERA, Joey. 8.
Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay. So then, if you watch the game, then you shouldn't be saying what you're saying.
He struck out a lot of people. That's just baseball. How could you be the A starter, number 1 in the rotation, and give up 4 runs in 3 innings? Please go ahead and make all the excuses. Go ahead.
Can I tell you? No. Wait. Who was Carrasco going against?
I'm talking about Rodon.
Wait.
Wait. Listen. Answer this one. Answer this.
Schoolball. He was going against Schoolball.
The reigning Cy Young.
Who is he?
The reigning Cy Young. Okay. And then against
Carrasco.
All right. How about game 1? Why are you skipping
and I'm
to
telling
game
you that right now.
I'm going
back. Calm down.
Jesus.
And we was going against this Mays kid. This Mays kid is not bad. You acting
like everybody's better than the Yankees. Everybody's better. Is that your excuse?
We had 7 hits. We just couldn't bring them in.
Yeah, we couldn't bring them in. We had ducks on the pond.
We had more hits than them. Gary,
why can't you guys tell the truth? Tell the truth.
What do you want us to say? What do you want?
The pitching stinks.
Rendon gave up two bad pitches.
4 runs. 4 runs in 3 innings.
2 bad pitches. And
4 runs in 3 innings.
Okay.
2 bad pitches. Because they only had 2 hits.
Let's answer this question that's in the chat. What about your closer? Did Polar Bear break him?
I think he did. Devin
Williams' career splits.
I think he did, bro.
March and April, his ERA is always a 3.86 with an on-base 3.17. In May, it goes up to gets lower to 2.51 ERA. June 1.56. Like I always say,
I hope so. I hope it goes that way.
Why is he the closer? Why is he the closer?
We just
traded for him.
So, the job of a team is to put the best player in the position.
And he's supposed to be the best player in that position.
I don't care if he's supposed to be. He's not. Weaver is better. Put him as closer.
I know
What's the problem?
I know that.
What's the problem?
Can I tell you? You're not gonna like my answer.
Oh my God! April. Here we go. No, I'm done with it. No, that's not gonna work. Other teams play in April too. Other teams play. Can you be better than this? Rodon has a 5 ERA. That is not number 1 starter material. As much as you want to say it is, Mr. Sunshine, always telling people how great things are going to be, and the team goes out there and stinks. Always. Always.
Mr. Sunshine, we're only in the 2nd week of April.
April showers bring May flowers.
No, here we go.
I love that. I love it.
I'm gonna tell you people how Mr. Sunshine is. Everybody likes him.
Not everybody. There's a few people that don't like me.
The guy right there with that San Francisco Giant hat don't like him.
There's a few people that don't like me. Okay.
Most people like him. All the ladies like him because he's so sweet.
Most ladies like me.
F that. Tell the truth. F it. Tell the truth. He's so sweet. He's so nice. Get out of here. I hate the G-Man. He's an a-hole. Good.
That's why he's Mr. Negative.
You see that? You bring it to yourself, though. You see what I mean? You bring it to yourself.
This is how you acted in Yankee Stadium when that young lady gave me and T-Bone that beer. She saw the teddy bear. She saw you over there going like Donald Duck. And she gave us the beer, and it was the best beer I ever had in my life. Never. I went to World of Beers with T-Bone, and nothing could compare.
Such an a-hole. I don't care. How about that? I don't care.
You do.
But
Now,
you forgot the story. Gary's the one that brought her around.
I didn't have to do anything.
We didn't have to do anything.
He's so sweet. F that. Get out of here. He's Mr.
What's the little
Sunshine.
kid, the little chubby kid, the Rizzler? I went like this.
He's Mr. Sunshine. All right, Mr. Sunshine. So how do you improve this team? What are you willing to do?
Well,
according to you, there's no problems. But if there were problems, what would you do?
Problem. Well, listen, Clark Schmidt just tossed 4 scoreless innings, 4 strikeouts. He allowed 4 hits, and his second rehab start in AA.
Who's he taking over? Whose spot is he taking?
It has to be Warren, right?
Or Carrasco.
Or Carrasco.
Which one would you like to take?
To be honest, I would get rid of Carrasco.
Or Warren?
I want to keep Warren. I want to keep Warren there. I want to keep him there until Luis Gil gets back.
No, but Gary says our pitching is bad.
Next week.
Which one you prefer, Gary?
Am I lying? Is the pitching? You got Cookie Carrasco in the rotation. You got to get him out of here. Have to.
Okay, you got to remember too. He came in a relief stint and game 1.
All right, I'll give him some credit.
He gave up runs because of that. He was just getting warmed up.
I'll give him some credit, but I know what he is.
I know that too.
If the 2-seamer's not working, it's over because he can't overpower anybody. He doesn't have anything on the fastball anymore. Warren, I'm just gonna keep him there.
Sounds like you report on my father.
I'm going to keep Warren in because at least he has talent and he needs some innings. What are we going to do with him in AAA? What's the point?
Yeah,
or send him to
keep him up.
Yeah, or send him to Somerset to do what?
Well, you could catch him more.
Okay. Right, well, that's true. That is true. But I don't go over there because I don't want to see Spencer Jones. I saw him last year. He should be in the majors already. According to Joey, Mr. Sunshine said that Mr. Sunshine said he has the same skill set as Aaron Judge. He projects as Aaron Judge, which is not true, ladies and gentlemen. It's not true.
Can you be the voice of reasoning here?
He won't listen.
The scouts have said that he is a better talent than Jason Dominguez. Am I correct?
He does. Yes.
Okay, but Jason Dominguez is not doing anything right now.
Okay, and he has the same stats as Aaron Judge when he was in AA, single A. He's a lefty Aaron Judge with more speed.
He's more
athletic. He's more athletic than Judge.
See?
And Judge is athletic. It's just we won't know that until he's in the majors. I understand your point.
We are gonna go down this route tonight, and I'm gonna destroy Mr. Sunshine and his nonsense. This is the scouting report on Spencer Jones. I'm not gonna read through the entire thing. I'm just gonna read the synopsis at the end. He's an average runner out of the batter's box. The long striding Jones has solid to plus speed once he gets going and offers 25-25 upside. 25-25. That's not Aaron Judge. If you don't, Mr. Sunshine, that's not Aaron Judge.
Okay. All right. You made that point right there. Did they predict Aaron Judge to hit 60 home runs in the minors? Like his synopsis was 60 home runs.
Not.
Exactly. So what are we arguing about? What are we doing?
They projected him to be a much better power hitter than him. This guy is 25-20-25. Let me finish reading this. After playing right field for the Commodores, he has transitioned to center as a pro and displays average range and average arm strength there. He has a better chance of staying in center than fellow tooled up Yankees outfielder prospect Jason Dominguez. But Jones' bat is much, much more of a question mark. What you got to say about that, Mr. Sunshine?
He strikes out a lot. That's his problem. I saw him strike out when I went to the game, spring training game 2 weeks ago. He struck out. That's his problem.
That's what I saw in the minors. That's what I saw.
But what was Judge flaws too? Striking out.
He striking out.
And what he did when he got to the majors and what happened?
Okay.
He adjusted.
Can we come back to reality and do a let's say at least a comparison that is in this world? How are you going to go ahead and say he projects as Aaron Judge, he's a 25? Can you have a better comparison than him? Better comparison than Aaron Judge. That's too high for him.
I would take if you compare him to what's the dude from Milwaukee, the lefty,
Yelich.
Ryan McMahon.
Oh, no,
Yelich. Oh, Yelich.
Christian Yelich.
No, you can't even compare him to that.
No,
because Yelich, when he was
Yelich
younger,
has an
Yelich
MVP.
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. We're talking about. I can't even explain because you always say something different. All right, Judge hit 60 home runs. Now we say Yelich. No, Yelich. He got an MVP.
Yelich, he does.
We know that. But it's a comparison, bro. Everybody
gets compared.
Everybody gets compared to somebody that's good. They don't turn out to be that person. They turn out to be their own person. It's different. When they get to the majors, it's a whole different story.
Okay,
they adjust.
Can the other person not be one of the best players in the MLB and a former MVP? Can we bring it down to something that makes sense?
He's gonna be Steve Finley.
Okay, I'll take Steve Finley. That's nice. That's a good player.
Oh my god,
that's a good player.
I had to say something because
Let's say he's a Jim Edmonds in his prime. Would you sign up for that? Jim Edmonds, fast. Exactly. I'm not trying to bury him, but I'm trying to put him in a decent spot. I don't have to go and say, "Oh yeah, you know what."
He's
Aaron Judge.
He towers over Jim Edmonds.
Okay, but I'm giving you a compare. Lefty, somebody that had a long swing, that got his swing a little bit shorter in the major leagues, was a very productive player, fast, can play the outfield. I'll take Jim Edmonds every day of the week.
Okay.
So now to throw it back at you, if you're going to take Jim at that kind of player, and you need to make a trade for a solid 3-starter, you trade him. If his value is Jim Edmonds, you trade him for a 3-starter.
Right. I'm going to say
That's
this.
what I'm trying to say.
I'm going to say this with love. Love. You would have traded Aaron Judge a long time ago.
No, not true.
Yes, you would have.
Never said that. I never said that.
Listen, you know me. I will pull out the receipts.
Pull it out. I don't care. I never said I would trade Aaron Judge.
Look at that. You made the classic man leave.
He went to go play for the Rangers. That's what happened.
They're up 4-0.
Yeah, in a meaningless game.
But okay, can we just agree?
No, I'm not going to agree with you until you tell the audience that you don't want to trade anybody for a 3-starter. Would you trade Spencer Jones?
Just so much. It's like that that George Lombard Jr. Would you get rid of him? I don't want to. There's other people I would get rid of. He looked really good in spring training.
He's the number one prospect that we have. The number one.
I wouldn't want to get rid of him.
Okay, so if you don't want to get rid of him, Spencer Jones, let's say Spencer Jones and another prospect here. Let's go down the prospect list. Bryce Cunningham, right-handed pitcher, in single A.
Okay. For who am I trading them for?
Dylan Cease.
The guy that you didn't want to see. Come on, man.
I'm throwing out a name. I'm not saying
scenario.
I'm putting it on you. You're the GM.
See, the problem with we're gonna get
the team works for the Yankees.
All right.
You work for them.
I wish I worked for the Yankees. I wouldn't be living in fucking Queens.
Oh my God.
Like I said.
Oh my God. Okay.
Your scenario is Dylan Cease. Now, the problem with that is we're gonna have another Juan Soto in our hands because he's gonna want to get he's another rental, so you're gonna get rid of prospects to get another rental, and you're gonna have to battle with everyone else to sign him. So it's like, what? If that's gonna help us win a championship, I'll do the trade. Okay, you happy? You happy?
Yes.
Happy wife, happy life. There you go.
So you can't get anybody else better.
Well,
than Dylan Cease.
I gave you guys last week. I said Pablo from Minnesota.
Pablo Lopez. There's no way I'm getting rid of those two top guys for him.
Okay, then give me something.
I would
give the audience something. Your thing is that the problem is here is that your thing is I'm not getting rid of nobody, but I want to win a World Series. That's not going to work.
But it has to be at least something. Like Pablo Lopez is he got hurt the other day. Why would I want to get rid to go get rid of a top talent for him? Even if it brings me Correa, it just doesn't. It's like I wouldn't give up Spencer Jones. I would have to give up a 2-level like Pereira. I will give up Pereira. Yes.
How about a mid-level pitcher? Mid-level pitcher. You go to Cleveland and you say, I want Gavin Williams. Mid-level pitcher.
But all right, a mid-level pitcher. So then you're gonna get rid of a top-level prospect?
No, I'm not giving up a top-level prospect. But give me something. Give me what would you do? Give me something.
What about the dude from St. Louis? Blanking on his name right now. Sugar. It's with an F.
Let me look at their roster. But go ahead, Joe. Give me something.
I would take him, and I would take Arenado, because to me, I love Cabrera at third base, and I love the mixture with him and Peraza. But if I'm really want to win a championship, I need a Gold Glove and third baseman there. I need somebody that's gonna, be a plug right there at third base for me every day. Because Cabrera and Peraza flip flopping, I'm not really with it. I mean, I should be because I wanted them to do that last year, but this year I want something different.
So you got Sonny Gray, it's not gonna work. No, Andre Palante, Eric Fetty.
There you go, Eric Fetty,
Matthew Liberatore, and Miles McCollum.
Eric Fetty and Arenado, I would take a nice trade for the Yankees.
Okay, Joey, the trades work two ways. What are you giving up? Okay. You never want to give up anything, ever.
I will give up Pereira. Everson Pereira. That guy has been in our minor league system for so long. He's a quadruple A player. Get rid of him already. We never bring the guys up. He's just rotten in AAA.
It's going to take more than that. So that's a good player, which will help them. What else? Are you willing to give up Chase Hampton?
That's hard. He pitched really good.
Oh boy! Like I said, he just never wants to give up anybody.
Not for this 32-year-old guy whose ERA is above 5.
I don't know.
Give me some. I mean, it's 480. It's not above 5. I take it back, but still, like the guy. To me, he's a decent middle relief, like you said, middle starter.
He's a middle starter. Starter.
He's not worth Hampton though. He's not.
I don't think he is. I agree. So when I
say it, I'm out of my mind. I'm crazy. Crazy.
No, because you don't give up anything ever.
That's why my wife loves me. I don't give up anything. Only for her.
Because with you, everything is fine. It's always just fine. Because you always is. No, yes. It's because you have given up.
Last year
I given up. You care about playoffs, and you don't care about championships no more. I say that in public.
Soto.
You don't care about championships.
And they did the trade, and what happened? We went to the World Series. Okay. I told you this year they should get rid of somebody to go get Bellinger. They got rid of my boy Cody Poteet. What happened to Cody Poteet? He got designated for assignment. We got Bellinger for nothing.
Bellinger was a salary dump. That's a salary dump.
We gave up my boy Cody.
Let's be honest. Bellinger is striking out at a 200 clip right now. 200 strikeouts.
We're gonna be here forever. We really are. We really are. And the people are gonna think that we're crazy because we probably are. But there's other things to talk about. We can't be stuck on this because you know what? We could be here a whole hour, and this is not the WFAN or ESPN radio where we could talk baseball for a whole hour.
We better than them. We better than those losers.
Because I really can. I could really break it down and go back and forth with you, but this is not 10 for now. This is not pickleball.
That's a turkey nest moment.
Exactly. This is where the security guard is telling us that the turkey nest. Oh God, you need to relax.
Yeah.
Change the subject, guys. Change the subject.
Let's talk about NBA playoffs. Next week starts the playoffs.
God. What?
Boo.
Okay. Boo. The playoff starts next week.
Boo.
The Denver Nuggets, in a surprise move, 4th seed in the Western Conference, decided, yeah, we're going to get rid of our head coach right now.
And the general manager.
I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know if it was a drunk text by mistake, but they got rid of their head coach.
You guys want the lowdown here. You guys want the lowdown here.
Sure.
Okay. They got rid of the original general manager during this successful run for them, took the bag and went to Minnesota, right? They brought in this Calvin Booth guy a couple years ago, a former garbage player, but a player nonetheless. Came in. He's a garbage player. That's the truth. So he came in and started drafting all kinds of guys, right? Some of them good. And you got to give him credit because they won a championship with 2 guys that he got. He got KCP and Bruce Brown.
Let's not forget also, they also drafted Michael Porter Jr., who at the year of the draft had the back issue. No one wanted a part of him, but they took him.
And he's had back issues no matter what. But he can when he's playing, he's a top level player.
Yeah.
He's 6'10". He's got a smooth jump shot. He has no low post game, but he can get to the rim and he can nail threes, contested threes.
Yeah.
And he can rise up over anybody. There's no defense when he rises up and gets a clean shot. All right. So that gave him some leeway, the general manager with the coach. Now, the general manager has been, he got a little ahead of himself, and he thought that the team was bigger than the team, right? The team was his. He's the big man on the team. He's the one that created this whole roster. When really, you got very lucky that Nikola Jokic has become the best player in the NBA by a long stretch.
Oh yeah,
right. So. They have some iffy ownership because that same ownership owns the Avalanche and they own the Rams and they own the Denver Nuggets. So they're all over, and they own Arsenal in the Premier League soccer. So they got a lot of stuff going on. They weren't really paying attention day to day to the NBA team. And then in the last few weeks, they started seeing how this coach and this general manager were basically going at it. Because the general manager is saying, "Hey, play my guys that I drafted, play all my rookies," and the coach is like, "I don't play rookies. I got a veteran squad. I'm trying to win games." So now the ownership came in and said, "You're losing the team. The general manager and you are fighting. We're gonna end this." That's what happened. You heard it here first. This is where you come to get your information. I'm just letting y'all know.
And we have
That's what happened.
We have been right about a lot of things. I mean, if you could go back. You could go
That's
back.
what happened.
Check in the archives.
This is what happened. So the ownership said they started getting involved with the team a couple weeks ago and really started to look into things. Saw that the coach was not playing the rookies. The GM said, "Hey, you better play my rookies. I drafted them. I know what I'm doing." And that's an old school coach. And that coach is like, "Nah." So they got rid of him.
Nick Ties.
Former Nick Ties. Yeah, and he's from the Pat Riley school.
Yeah,
those old school guys.
Yeah,
they're gonna run their team.
Yeah,
that's it.
But can I ask you guys this question? Why do it when you're on the cusp of the playoffs? Can't you just wait until after the playoffs is done to get it over with? That's my first question, and then my second question is: does Jokic, was he part of it, or Murray part of it, or was it just a thing that happened? They were like, okay, they were fine with it.
I'll leave that up to the classic man. He knows about
first
more
of all, it's a business, obviously, and you've seen the business aspect of it with Luka Doncic. They did
that guy dirty.
Look at what he did yesterday. Look, he was watching his little tribute. He shed a tear, a grown man tear, because he loved Dallas. He was what was he, a 19-year-old, 18-year-old kid?
Yeah,
coming from wherever he came from, and he knew nothing but Dallas.
One of the biggest draft.
I didn't cut you guys off, but ain't that the general manager that the fans be yelling to get rid of him?
Yeah. Hire Nico.
Yeah. It's crazy.
He didn't draft Luka, but it was Donnie Nelson that drafted Luka, I believe.
The great Don Nelson.
And that was a great draft because it was between him and Trae Young.
Yeah, the Atlanta traded their pick, which was Luka Doncic, for Trae Young.
And no offense, Trae Young's a nice little player. He's not Luka Doncic.
No.
Nope.
So
it's just
go ahead, Cross, man.
All they wanted to do is the business. They wanted to build a casino. They didn't want it. Some people didn't want it. So what happened was they got rid of Luka. It was like, you don't want it? All right, so I'm gonna get rid of the best player on the team. And they got rid of him because of a business decision. And
okay, so you're saying this is coach,
and this is what it was in Denver, a business decision that to get rid of them because I want to make a point.
Exactly.
I own this team. That's what he's saying. I own this team. I want what I want. If not, I'm gonna get rid of you. I don't care where is it. What? If we're one game out of the playoffs, if this coach is the best coach ever, I don't care. It's my decision, and I want this to go. And look what happened. They got rid of him because he wanted his way. And this is why I hate the business part of it, because it kills the fans, the real fans.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got to deal with they got to deal with some coach there now.
I don't know who.
I don't even know who he is. Yeah, I don't.
Excuse me for not knowing the person who's the interim coach right now. I'm sorry, but
nobody knows him.
Yeah,
nobody knows him.
You're not gonna do, to me, even if you were there the whole time, you're not gonna do as much as.
What is it? What is this coach gonna do? Is he gonna implement a whole new system?
I mean, Jokic the other night looked like the head coach. He was setting the plays, calling out everything,
and he's calling the plays. He's not calling the new coach's plays.
Yeah,
he's calling out the plays that he knows that from the old coach. That's it. That's all he's doing.
So the second question was, what do you think he was a part of it, or was it already they just told him, or he was brought in and be like, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and he's like, okay, or was he like, well, it's your team, you do what you want?
I think he was just like that. It's your team, you do what you want, because it's sad because like Jokic don't really care. He's a guy who just want to play basketball. He don't really care about the business part, because you see it on the floor. The guy, he's out there for 48 minutes doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not defense, but not but everything else. He's playing offense.
Depends on who it is.
Yeah, he's passing the ball to his teammates. He's making everybody better on the floor, making everybody better.
Yeah.
And that the coach, his little scheme that he had with his defense that made everybody switch. Didn't have to have Jokic, guard the point guard, whenever they did those pick and rolls and stuff like that. So he helped it out, and Joker just want to play basketball. He's just like, whatever, do what you got to do, man. It kind of hurts him because, like, I know he was upset that it happened because I mean, he won a championship with the guy.
Exactly.
He won a championship with this guy.
But the classic man is 1,000% right. This is not a basketball thing. This is business and ego. This is our team, and no one else is going to take the shine off us.
With that being said, is this something where Jokic he's going to be on the open market, and he's going to say, you know what, now I don't have to be in Denver all the time. I can go somewhere else.
It's depending on what they do,
because he's going to be a free agent soon.
Wow.
It's depending on what the business part.
Say to now is this the thing where at one point Jokic was, he's gonna re-sign in Denver. Denver is gonna be a powerhouse. People are gonna want to go there. Now it's like, let's save this money. Let's save this money. Let's start trading, all these expiring contracts to see what we can get because he's gonna be on the open market.
He still got 5 more years.
Oh, he does. Okay, I thought
he does.
Okay.
Look again, NBA contracts 5 more years.
He get traded. Look at Luka.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that. I'm not saying he won't get traded, but I'm just saying he still got
5 more years. Is nothing. The problem I have with the Luka trade is that you can't make that trade and I know there's a bunch of cappers in the chat. Johnny Parlay, Frank Covers, those two cappers.
Frank uncovers.
Yeah, so Frank uncovers that when he was with the Lakers, loved Anthony Davis. You can't trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. You can't, because he doesn't play. He doesn't play.
He really doesn't. I mean, that was a pretty, like, if it was another game against another team, that was a respectable numbers he put up. He put up a double-double, You can't really blame him, but he was playing against the Lakers where Luka scored 45 points. So
that is again, it could backfire or it could be, you got to know the temperament of your team. But I could tell you that the issues with the front office and the coach, and the thought was that the coach lost the team and the ownership came in and wiped everybody out. This is exactly what the classic man has said. This is not about basketball, y'all.
It's not, because it's been happening. It's been I mean, nobody wants to hear me say about my Nets, but it's been happening since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because we was pretty good with Schroeder playing the point.
Absolutely.
And we was doing pretty good.
He was free to play basketball. He wasn't confined.
We was in games.
I think you're the perfect person to talk about this, because you had a team that could have snuck into the playoffs with the team that they started with this year, because I hate to say it, but the coach that you have knows how to coach basketball.
Yeah. And they were in every game they were fighting. It wasn't like they were getting blown out.
Scrappy team.
And you destroyed your team for I don't know what. And it's backfiring because your team is actually winning basketball games because the coach is so good, and you still got players that play hard.
No, tomorrow it's
crazy. It's crazy because why they did that shit so early, that with this coach teaching these young kids to play hard, to play defensive basketball. We was keeping teams under 100, which you never see that in the NBA.
Exactly.
Which you never see that in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, we was under 100 as well, but we was keeping them on the big teams. We was there against the Celtics. We were there against Golden State. We beat Golden State.
Shout out to Red. Shout out to
the
Red.
The world is gonna end if he's agreeing with G. Dr. G. The world is gonna fucking
But
end.
no,
hey,
it's
me and Red
crazy,
have
though.
I've agreed on a lot of things. We've disagreed on 99.9% of things. When we agree, we agree. That's my dog. But come on, I mean, these guys,
they doing
just
this
giving
because
up on
of,
season. Yeah, they're just giving up on season.
Just like San Antonio did the same thing. They gave up on the season. The guy got Wembanyama. He got a blood clot on his shoulder. He's out for the year. Then you had Fox. They traded for Fox. He had a little broken pinky. They say he's out for the year. Now, was that telling you? They tanking.
Yeah.
They're trying to get that
so
number one pick. You know what I'm saying?
So obvious that the teams that were tanking for Cooper Flag.
You know, it's crazy. I seen them play. You know, I watched those college games. Those national. I mean, not national champions, because they did the March Madness games. He was pretty good. The kid does it all. He plays defense. He gets his teammates open. It's just he's lacking in the scoring department. He gotta be a better scorer.
Down the stretch, he didn't do anything for them.
No, he didn't do anything. And he didn't play defense, and he didn't box out. You know, getting tough rebounds.
Yeah,
he just didn't. Now, if you look at him, you got to look at your team and say, you could get that guy. He may be the most talented guy, but does he fit on a team with a 7'6" guy, a point guard that, let's be honest, is a shoot first point guard, and then you got some role players. Yeah, you got some role players.
Castle Kid is pretty good.
Yeah, so I mean, they got good pieces, but they don't have a good team.
Okay, I don't because you're gonna say it's the same with Aaron Judge and Spencer Jones all over, but it's gonna be like when they fucking tanked for Tim Duncan. You put him against him and David Robinson.
But I think back then they didn't have no lottery together. They didn't have a lottery when Duncan was there. When Duncan was going to be the number one pick.
Yeah, they remember David Robinson got hurt.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a lottery though. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was a lottery. It was a guaranteed number one.
It was.
Yeah, it was a guaranteed number one.
So that's why they tanked. Yeah, but now it's a lottery.
But those guys, again, when you look at David Robinson, right? He had a skill set that didn't overlap what Duncan did. Duncan never wanted to play center. He wanted to play big, a power forward. So that fit for him. David Robinson was a guy that was not going to be in the low box. He didn't have low box moves. He was a 15 to 12-foot jump shooter, grab rebounds, dunk the ball. Whereas Duncan, that was his office. The big fundamental, that was his office.
Yeah.
So they didn't overlap. When I see Cooper Flag and I think Wembanyama, I see the same kind of player. Big guys that don't hit the boards and shoot threes.
But that's the new NBA.
It is,
bro. That's the thing that
anybody gonna get a rebound, Mr. Sunshine, is anybody gonna get a rebound?
Shout out Eli. I play Eli in fucking 2K, and I always play with my of course, because I'm a Knicks fan. I play 96 Knicks, and I do him dirty with Patrick Ewing. Dirty. Patrick Ewing scores 40 points, all in the post. Patrick Ewing has a double with maybe 6 assists, and those kicking it out to John Starks. Oof.
I'll throw a scenario at you today. Do you think those teams, how they were constructed then, would dominate a team like, let's say, the Warriors today?
Yes, definitely. Is that, okay. My point of view.
Why?
Okay, my point of view is all that shooting and everything is all good, but when it comes down to crunch time, not everyone is hot, right? This is where you need that low post game. You need to slow the game down. This is where I hate when I watch the Knicks in the playoffs. When you're up 5, slow the fucking game down. Use that shot clock. Go down to where it says 5. That's where you have to have a big center, and you give it to him in the low post and let him work around. Let him work around, because somebody's going to get open. If you have a center if you have a center that is money, they're gonna double team. That's when you kick it all around and you find the shooter.
But this is the different
The new
part.
NBA, everyone is beyond the 3-point line.
Yeah, but you gotta understand though, number 30, as soon as he touches the ball and passes that half court, it's green light for him. And the guy, it's like he doesn't when he hits, when he's on, he doesn't miss.
It's over with.
And then when he had Clay,
384.
yeah.
But okay,
and then when he had Clay, they'll double team him. And then when that guy was on fire, number 11, he's on fire as well. So it's hard to stop those two guys.
I don't argue with that. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But we're talking about an old school point guard. You put a Derek Harper on him, who's gonna be all over him.
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's not that.
He has the speed, and he'll go all around and everything.
He got to go through screens. He's gonna get hit, but Harper got to go through the screens from Draymond, from Clay,
he's gonna get hit.
from Zaza.
Look, hey, wait a second now. Wait a second. Harper and Anthony and those guys and Childs were going through screens from the Davis brothers back in the day, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright. These aren't slouches.
Yeah,
nobody said they were.
You're gonna have to take a lot of hits from these big guards.
Yeah, but the thing is with Curry, his movement is beyond so he knows where to go.
With you. Don't think
Reggie Miller did the same thing. The problem is the rules today.
Yeah,
now you got it. You're right.
Back in those days,
the whole rules for that.
You can't touch any of these guys now. Luka, and look, the other night, unfortunately, I'm watching that bum ass team with that bum rooting hard against them, and I gotta see Austin Reeves get every foul call in the world. Who is Austin Reeves? Why does he get 16 free throws a game? Why? Who's Austin Reeves?
I don't. Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I think they changed.
You can't watch it, bro.
That. But like I was saying before, it's just everyone they stay above that 3-point line. No one goes anywhere. They don't go. You have to move. Have ball movement. Go down low. Give me a nice center who could back someone down, and they're gonna have to switch. Boom. There's somebody gonna be open. That's just my old school mentality, and that's how I beat Eli.
I can tell you right now, the Warriors right now are looking like they're coming together for the playoffs. They got that Podziemski guy. He's starting to really become a big time player.
Yeah, that boy came out of nowhere, cooked the Lakers.
Yeah, he came. He's been playing well for a month now.
Yeah,
and he's been cooking.
Wait, listen, this is our time. This NBA playoffs, this is money games. Money. These are going to be some good matchups.
I'm sticking with the finals. Knicks, Nuggets.
You're still going to stick with the Nuggets?
I don't know where you get the Knicks from, though. I don't.
What do you mean?
Listen,
what do you mean?
You guys haven't beat the Celtics. Want to talk
about boxing, but can I just say one thing? People are going to think that I'm crazy. They're going to think that I'm, Joey, because you're a homer. You love the Knicks.
He is a homer. You are though. You miss the sunshine, of course.
I hate the Celtics.
But
you guys haven't beat them.
I know, but don't you think the Knicks, that last game was a good?
We got the key.
Okay, exactly. but look. Porzingis didn't play most of the second half. Well, he did.
He never plays. What are we talking about?
He had 8 threes against y'all guys.
Okay.
And then Jaylen Brown, he played 21 minutes.
You played Tatum 48 minutes. 48.
And who won the game?
I know,
the Boston Celtics.
I know. But we didn't play Brunson. Brunson's 2 games back.
He did play.
Injury.
He played that game, and he played 38 minutes almost. Yeah. No, he didn't. He played like 38 minutes
with overtime.
With overtime. Yeah.
I'm just saying. Look, Mitchell Robinson played only 16 minutes. He had 7 rebounds, 2 blocks. He had 4 points.
Yeah, but he got a guard Porzingis
him
out
and
there.
Town together, that looked good. And for me, I've said to myself, that's going to be the key in the playoffs.
We going to the finals, y'all.
That's going to
be. You guys don't want to hear it
all year round. Wait till Mitchell Robinson gets healthy.
I'm not hating on you. But my thing is, you have not beaten the Celtics, and you have not beaten
the
Cleveland.
regular season. We got the keys to beat them.
Oh, Gary
I'm
is
not worried about them at all.
like me
Playoffs is different.
right now.
Right.
He's acting like me right now when it comes to baseball.
Yeah, it's true. It sounds just like you. It says just like you. But I'm just saying.
No, I will never sound like Mr. Sunshine.
You did. You did. You did. You did.
That smooth, deep voice.
Let's go Giants. I'm tired of
y'all.
Wow.
Bone, you have to break down these fights over the week that we have this weekend. I know you're not talking about the Gallo, the producer fight. That's gonna be a big fight for me because I want to see that fight.
That's crazy how he did that though. When Joey sent me that video,
man, that was crazy. Bro.
That's gonna be a total disrespect.
A lot of Puerto Rican flag
crazy.
That game.
Bro, that was crazy.
That was total disrespect. You cannot do that.
Crazy. I will, nah. That is crazy.
So who's the fights this weekend?
First, set it up, Bone. Where are these fights gonna be at? That's the problem with watching
City, right? Jersey.
And the Zone or Amazon?
It's gonna be on the Zone.
The Zone.
All right. They got a 30% off sale, guys. Get it for 1 month. Get it for 1 month. Watch this fight.
Boots Ennis. And I forgot. I'm not good with European guys.
And Olsen?
Yeah. It's a good fight.
For the welterweight title, the belt, the
IBF. It's a good matchup. You got one guy that's scrappy, and another guy that's a pressure fighter.
I like Boots Ennis.
And they like to both fight in the middle.
Pause.
One time I don't see it.
No, you're gonna get caught no matter what.
Fuck it.
With that giant fan over there, you're gonna get caught.
They got similar styles. They like the fighting side. You got one guy that uses the jab to break down the defense, keep you with the peekaboo style of fighting, which is the European guy. And then Boots Ennis is got another strong jab, but he used that jab to keep you at distance. So we're gonna see how that matchup goes. I got the edge on Ennis. Boots Ennis. And let's see. I don't know what the undercard is. I haven't paid it.
I got the undercard right here. Hold on a second. Let me. Ennis versus Imantas Stanionis.
I was close, baby.
Second fight: Raymond Ford versus Thomas Matisse. Third fight
Ford is good. Raymond Ford is good. He should win that fight.
Another fight here. They got a pretty decent undercard. Arturo Popoca and Cristian Calto.
Never heard of them.
So I don't know who those guys is. Oh, these guys are coming out of the Golden Gloves. So they on the rise here. We got Shakram Giyasov and Franco Ocampo. So Uzbek guy versus a Argentino. Then we got Tamir Smalls versus Earl Bascome, two American fighters. Omari Jones versus William Jackson.
Omari?
Yeah. Look, this undercard is a typical DAZN undercard. Only their guys. Yeah. Most of these guys you haven't heard of. We'll see what their production is like on Saturday, but it's a DAZN fight. You know what you're gonna get with DAZN fights.
Yeah,
they're gonna have a good main card, and the rest is just their guys, and that's about it. They're not gonna give you anything else. That's just DAZN.
What happened, Bone, with that Serrano and Katie Taylor fight? I heard they were fighting over 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, I mean their first matchup was a 3-minute round. Taylor don't want to do the 3-minute rounds. So
she got beat up both times.
But you gotta watch her. She likes to headbutt a lot. So
yeah, she did that second fight. We said it. Dirty.
She cut her bad.
Yeah, she
bro.
did. Yes, she did.
She cut her bad.
You want to have to change the style a little bit so she won't be getting headbutted a lot.
I think she won that fight, the last one. I think
she did.
You won both.
She won both of them. Yeah, she won both of them. It's just politics, as you want to say. Politics.
There's a lot of we talked a lot of politics in sports, and you know what? None of that is good. None of that.
Nope.
None of that is good.
Also, Plant and Charlo, one of the Charlo brothers, Jamal.
So boring.
They're gonna co-headline a fight on May 31st in Vegas.
So boring. I mean, I wish we had our other boxing guy on here so he could try to sell this fight to everybody and lie to the world. But this is a nothing fight. This is boring. No one cares.
That should be a good fight. But this guy hasn't fought in what? A year now? 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah. Because they're targeting a late, late in the year. So
they're still working off that little beef that they had when he got smacked by Plant.
Yeah.
So, but that was so long ago that it don't have nothing to really hold on to.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I gotta ask Bone this question here. What's going on with these new promotions? And what happened to Shakur Stevenson? Give us some insight. What happened? Where is he? Does he care about boxing anymore?
Oh, he broke his hand in his last fight again.
Joey, I know you're gonna come up with a million excuses. It was 6 months ago, Joey. Can he fight now? Can he fight?
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you.
Jesus Christ!
They're just trying to get a matchup. Right now, people don't want to fight him. He's supposed to fight Cepeda. He's supposed to be next on line. Matter of fact, Cepeda is the mandatory. So it's all politics. It's all about getting paid. Money talks.
Boy.
So the fight won't work out.
I'm just saying he's gonna lose the best part of his career in just nonsense and not make any money and not do anything. He hasn't had a single pay-per-view that he's a headliner that's drawn anything, that's done anything.
Yeah, well, those two last fights that he had where people were complaining it was boring, it hurt him. So now he got his stamps sold back again.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't help that the guys from Cam and Mace destroyed him.
Yeah, but that's street shit. You know what I'm saying?
But they got a lot of people that watch him, and they said he's boring.
It's just for the average fight fan, you're going in there expecting him a knockout. That's not his style.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I say. But
no, I know that, but I'm just saying from people who don't really. I'm not. Again, I don't want that smoke. Let me relax. Let me not say what.
Forget that. They wrong. Stop it already. They wrong. Get out of here with those two guys.
The average fight fan, they want a guy to go in there and beat somebody up, knock somebody down. Shakur Stevenson doesn't do that. That's not what he's gonna do.
He's a crafty fighter.
Yeah,
he fights off his defense, and he breaks opponents down.
Yeah, speed, defense. I love to watch him fight because he gives you a master class. But right now,
promotion will be better though.
Right now, who's the guy in boxing? And please, no one say that bum Saul Canelo Alvarez. Nobody cares.
You said his name. We can't say his name.
No,
you said it.
I said it because I don't want it to come from
Who's
the
gonna
chat.
say it here?
Canelo,
Who's gonna say it here? Oh,
there's no one that's gonna say. I was gonna call him tainted meat.
So I'm asking Bone, who's the next man up here? Crawford is old. That bum, that redheaded bum, we don't want to see him no more. What does boxing have right now? Who's there?
There's talents out there, but nobody really has taken that spot yet.
Yeah.
Until these two guys get out of there, you won't know. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Tank is the talk, but Tank won't move up and wait. He's going to stay at 135.
He's going to do the rematch with Roach, right?
Roach. And Roach, to me, Roach exposed him.
Yeah. He won that fight. Technically, he won that fight.
Yeah.
How about Garcia? Is he still in the mix?
He's a head case.
Yeah.
So was Mike Tyson.
It's always
but
you can't compare him to Mike Tyson.
I'm just saying. You're right. You're right.
You just did that with Aaron Judge and Spencer Jones.
You're right. I can't do that. You're right. I lost credibility. You're right.
Next month, and Timoteo Lopez win, they're supposed to sign up to fight each other. That'd be a good matchup for each fighter. So we gotta wait and see what happens.
boxing last year was hot. This year is just not. There's nothing. Look, let's be honest, guys. Sports right now, it's just not a lot of juice, especially unless baseball gets cooking and the Knicks make a run. There's really not a lot of juice. There's really not a lot of juice.
That wasn't supposed to be so loud.
Dana White does now with his division.
Yeah, baseball just got put in the oven, baby. Let it cook. Let it cook.
No, according to you, we got a championship team. According to him.
We haven't.
I mean, I don't think he said that though. I don't.
Carlos Rodon. Well, I do have to make a public statement. Because I got on Mr. Sunshine last week and he didn't have his crew with him.
Pause.
Yeah. Pause. Big pause. I climbed on top of it. So
no comment.
He said Max Fried, he saw good things in Max Fried, that he was getting tilt on the slider and that he was gonna bounce back. And I said I didn't like what I saw. I was wrong. So I will give humbly Sunshine.
What Gary's the jinx,
clip it
right?
now.
The G-Man jinx.
He's
talking all of this.
I'm not here wearing
that rolled on.
I'm not here wearing any Yankee stuff. I'm not trying to jinx the team.
My point exactly. No, my point exactly. You talking all this nonsense about Rodon. Isn't he pitching Sunday? Isn't he pitching Sunday?
Against
that
the
team?
San Francisco Giants.
Against that team right there that you so-called love over there?
3 hits, 10 strikeouts.
Mr. Rodon.
I will be unavailable this weekend.
Oh, yeah, we know that.
Be ready.
Yeah, we know.
Be ready. Be ready. That's all we say. Be ready. Because that phone is getting blown up.
I don't want no smoke this weekend. No smoke.
That phone is getting blown up, and we're gonna be texting every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes to make sure you understand what's going on.
Don't disappear like 2 weeks like you did last year.
No. I'm back. Oh man. So I will give props to Mr. Sunshine, even though I had to force him to tell the truth this week. He was right last week. I got to give him some credit.
He always tells the truth, but you don't believe his truth.
I don't believe his truth. I just don't. He's been selling me and every other Yankee fan a bill of goods for the past 2 years.
Stop the cap.
Hey, you have your right to your opinion. You have it, but we watch a lot.
And you, sir, I haven't seen no invites from you on NHL hockey.
Come on!
You don't want no smoke.
You're picking a man while he's down. That's terrible.
Exactly.
You don't want no smoke.
Even in a video game, I can't even look at that team. I can't.
You don't want no smoke.
I'm the dummy that keeps watching them. I got
him on too. I got him on
too.
They winning 5-0, but they don't mean nothing.
Oh, okay. Have we been officially eliminated?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Thank God.
Jesus. Yesterday's game
over with.
Game.
I know we way over time. I have to ask this question, and I won't say any more. What happened to the Rangers from being a President's Cup winner last year to this year? Give us a post-mortem on this season, because the game before this one, to lose 8-5 after leading 4-3 in the third period is an absolute joke. Everybody should have been fired. Everybody.
The lack of defense, the coaching. I can't blame it on the coaching. The players just slacked off, and it's the defense. Igor, there's times that Igor is behind net, and there's nobody around him helping him out, like grabbing sticks from the opponents, like help him out. He got to go through 5 different guys, even including his teammates.
A great coach, Jimmy McGinty, once said, "No heart,
no heart, no heart,
no heart."
You know, and they gave up every time.
So, in saying that, this team is dead. The players on this team are dead. You can't. As much as I like Panarin, he can't lead the entire team in goals and assists.
No,
he can't.
There was this is nothing. Freaking Zibanejad a no-show. Kreider was hurt. Kreider was hurt.
He's a no-show.
He still was a no-show.
No-show classic, man. He was hurt. Care.
I know that. I know. Again, he was still a no-show. I agree.
No-show. Thank you.
You know, Igor. There's times that he's been a no-show as well. The guy, easy saves that you can't believe that he gave it up, but he gives it up. And
I'm telling you, Igor this year, as soon as you put a screen, somebody in front of the net on him, he missed 85% of those pucks. I believe this year.
It's
so
crazy.
bad.
That's what I said. The defense was terrible.
So bad.
We take the lead we take the lead in the third period, the second period, the first period, any period,
and lose by 3 goals. And lose by 3 goals. How?
And we give up a goal right there after a minute and a half after we score and take the lead. So it's like
how many short-handed goals did we give up this year?
I think we gave up 5 or 6. It's not good.
Can't do that. Can't happen.
We had third best power play last year. We're 27th in the league.
Damn.
27th.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Now
and then the past couple of weeks, months, whatever it is, we gave up more shorthanded goals than we scored.
Okay. Lafreniere, we drafted him high. He's been an absolute bust.
He got his money, and that's it.
He got his money. He's been an absolute bust. Now, you are the man when it comes to hockey. What does this team do going forward? What does this offseason look like? What
we gotta get defensively. Defensively, we gotta get better. And I think we're gonna get a new coach too. I think this Laviolette, it's done.
Well, he looks like he checked out too. They asked him, "What can you have done differently?" He was like, "Nothing." What did
How about a new GM? Get his ass out of here.
Chris Drury, we can't get rid of Chris Drury. He's the one who did all of this mess. He's the one who brought up all this mess.
You know what? I think you got to let him cook.
No, how, Joey? How? He made this mess happen in the beginning of the season.
Now you see why I get frustrated, because he does stuff like that. He does it all the time.
I kind of.
It's going to be okay.
Maybe I agree with him. Maybe I don't. But I don't, because look what he did in the beginning of the season. You just won the President's Cup. You come in the offseason saying, "Yo, everybody's open. We could get rid of anybody." How you do that to a team who just won the President's Cup, even though they did bad in the playoffs? They didn't do bad, actually. They just, they couldn't score against Florida. Florida was great.
Yeah, they couldn't score.
And
you called it, though. You called it.
I did. I said that's it.
You said, Joey,
that's their toughest opponent.
I don't want to win the President's Cup because I know what's going to happen.
Too, yeah.
Jinx.
I said jinx. That President Cup, I hate it. Like it's good on paper, to have it on the MSG on top of the freaking on the Garden, but it's not good. It's not good because it puts a freaking big ass target on your back. And every team will come after you. Every team. They could be the worst team in the NHL and they'll come after you.
Yeah. Look, I just think this team, to be honest with you guys, and forthright, I think you got to tear it apart. I think you got to tear it apart. And we just got to look for defensive first. There's going to be problems. There's going to be problems getting rid of some of these guys because their contracts are ridiculous. Lafreniere's contract is ridiculous. We're going to have to eat so much of that contract to get rid of him. It might as well just keep him and play him like the third line piece of shit that he is. Excuse my language.
I'm just hoping that a fresh start will change everything because, that's kind of like what happens with the Rangers. They don't have a bad or awful season the way they just did here, but they have a, okay season.
Okay, yeah.
They fighting to get in there. Then the next year they come out strong and they top 3 in the league. They scoring, they playing defense. That's the thing with us. We're not playing defense. Our defense was so good those last couple of years. It's we can't do shit.
You traded a bunch of defensive guys.
Yeah, we traded Truba, our captain, which I think that was a time. It was time for him to go because he was awful. And my thing is Ryan Lindgren. Lindgren was the guy who did everything for our team. Everything. The guy went in there with a broken face, and he's still playing. And we got rid of him to get
Look, man. Zibanejad is trash. Trocheck is trash. These guys never show up. Lafreniere is trash. That's three of your main guys, and we could throw them all in the trash. All of them. All. We don't have a team, bro. We don't have a team.
My thing is like I always because I'm a defensive guy. We gotta focus on defense. I love defense. I'll make sure our goalie is safe. Make sure he don't have to worry about 5 or 6 guys in front of the net because your defense is there to push him out the way so you can see the puck coming in.
Yep.
As soon as we get our defense and focus on that, let's get going with these offensive players.
We're gonna need a backup goalie. Quick is not gonna be here next year.
No, he might. I think we signed him again
for 2 years.
Yeah. So we go with Quickie.
But it depends if he wants to even play anymore.
It depends on if we good enough.
Yeah, he's done everything you can in hockey. He got chips. He got money.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he'll go anywhere because this is his team. He loves the Rangers. He grew up a Ranger fan, so I don't think he'll want to go anywhere to end his career here in New York.
Yeah. To end it on this season will be tough.
Terrible, right. Yeah. After winning the President Trophy last year and then coming to this year,
and he was money for us too.
Yeah,
he was. Who gets back-to-back shutouts? A backup goalie, back-to-back shutout, and he don't even play that much.
No,
back-to-back shutouts. No. That's hard to do.
But he's a veteran, a winning veteran.
I know that, but it's hard to do in the NHL when you barely get any playing time and come back-to-back with these shutouts. It's tough. He was on point.
Well, sorry, y'all. I needed to get some information from the classic man, so we went over late. But I had to ask that. We didn't even touch football this week.
Well, we shouldn't even because the draft is not until the 24th. It's just so many rumblings and going on that it will blow our minds. The only thing in football we could talk about is they fired 3 officials and they moved them down. They fired 3 officials.
They should fire them all. They should fire them all. They all suck.
Yeah. They should start doing that with the freaking basketball, NBA, and the MLB.
Well, didn't they? There was a rumor going around that one of the umpires during the Yankees Tigers game was sipping Hennessy.
Who's sipping Hennessy?
The game.
That was before the game. That was no offense and no cap. I'm not here to cap on it.
I wasn't there with him.
It was the Rodon game.
It was.
Stop the cap.
He missed so many strikes in that game.
But wait. You said Rodon was a bum, though. He pitched good that game. He wasn't getting a lot of calls, and he gave up 2 bad hits.
Do you know the difference between pitching good and having good stuff? Or
he had good stuff. I don't know.
He had good stuff, but that doesn't mean he pitched good.
He
did.
Doesn't
mean he pitched good. No, he did not.
God he was thinking about any. So you want to get out of any quick so he can take a shot.
God damn it. 4 runs in 3 innings and you'll tell me he pitched good. I'm done.
Hopefully the Hennessy he was drinking was not Clearwater Henny. And
I think it was. I think it was. That's why it was that bad. I think
that's crazy to drink Hennessy. That's a gangster umpire. We gotta invite him to the chat, baby.
No. We can't invite him after he did a bad calling on Rendon, making Gary over here kill Rendon for having a terrible game.
He did.
He was walking around like Eric that night.
Oh my God. Nobody was walking around the way I was that night. Nobody.
Up you over here.
I don't want to. I just Rodon. The problem with him is that he's paid like a number 1 starter, and he's really a 3 starter. That's it. That's my problem with him.
These major league pitchers, they get paid.
They can be right now.
Vladimir Guerrero got paid.
Oh my God!
Yeah. You think he cheated himself?
What was that, Bo?
Do you think he cheated himself? You think he could have got more?
No, the way the contract is structured, he could get up to $635 million. That's way above. I had him as a 450, $450 million player. He's going to get over $150 million more easily.
Yeah.
In the American League, who's a better first baseman than him? I'm not saying he's a good first. I'm just saying. Look, because before you take my head off, that's what I'm asking. I'm just.
I don't think there's anybody better offensively. He's a good, but he's not ridiculously great offensively. He's had one good year, guys.
No, I agree.
One outstanding year. The rest of the year,
you gotta understand. There's no first baseman in the American League that
Pete
had
Alonso gonna
the
get
numbers that he had. No,
Pete Alonso, no.
He don't even. His batting average is terrible.
Pete Alonso,
compared to Vlad's.
What do the Mets do now? Do they have to re-sign Alonso, right?
He has a player.
They hate Alonso. How could you look? This is how these whole ass Met fans. How do you give a standing ovation to the other team's first baseman? How does that happen?
And I don't want nobody to be like, oh, because we're Met haters. It was there. It was on SNY. They put it all over.
Opening day.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
The place went nuts.
That's sad.
Yeah,
I don't think the Yankees would have done that.
Absolutely not. No way that's happening.
We only cheer ex players that played on the team and they go the year after. Other than that, we don't.
Open then we boo Tino Martinez and Joe Girardi.
Yeah.
Because we loved obviously Don Mattingly and who was our catcher for it wasn't Lawrence. Oh, I forgot the other catcher. I forgot the other catcher. Stanley, was it Stanley?
Mike Stanley.
Yeah,
Mike Stanley.
And they were booing Tino and they were booing Girardi, and those are the two guys that gave us big hits in the World Series and the playoffs in general.
Well, look,
you can't replace Mattingly though.
No, you can't.
Let's have revisionist history here. The reason they really booed Tino is because we lost a bitter playoff,
and he was in Seattle.
He was in Seattle, and he crushed us. And that was Mattingly's last hurrah. That's why. That's what killed us. And that bum Blackjack McDowell garbage throwing lollipops up there, getting roped. So
who was that? Who was that? That was Edgar Martinez that hit the shot down the line, right?
Of course, yes. Took a cheap inside fastball and ripped it. Just ripped it. A little cutter that did nothing. It cut right over the plate. I'm still mad over that game.
Well, yeah, Mariano on the bench, but we didn't know Mariano was Mariano back then.
Yeah,
exactly. We put in Blackjack McDowell. Jesus Christ. A guy who was an absolute bum with the Yankees after we got him from the White Sox. Garbage.
Yeah.
You guys can't mess with us on baseball. You can't. Don't come here. Don't come here and try to talk baseball.
That's our sport. That's our sport, ladies and gentlemen. That's our sport.
That's not going to work.
That's our bread and butter.
That's the bread and butter right there.
Bread and cheese. Bread and cheese, Joey. Bread and cheese.
Well, we're overtime like crazy.
Big time.
Go Rangers.
Yeah. We're overtime like crazy. Next week's another week. Next week will be the start of the NBA playoffs. We'll be talking about we got to start talking about the draft because like I said, next week will be a week off from the draft, and so next week we'll focus more on NFL and everything. But guys, you can catch us on YouTube.
I will not be focusing on NFL. I am not going down the rabbit hole with this Jets. I don't care about them anymore.
Well, you be in Tampa when they play out here.
Yeah, I don't care about the Jets anymore. I don't care.
I like that. That's a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. Let him say that every time. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Once he thinks he's out, what is it? Once I think I'm out, they bring me back in. The Godfather, Al Pacino.
I'm done. I'm gonna watch women's lacrosse all fall long.
Right after the draft, you're gonna be like, this was a solid draft, guys. I love the team. First.
No, don't worry. I'm a checkup. Before he even
first preseason game. This is a fucking good team, guys. We got.
I'm a checkup. Don't worry. I'm a checkup.
I'm taking my phone off auto pay from T-Mobile, and it is getting cut off. I might cut it off this weekend because if it's gonna get bad for me this weekend. It's gonna be bad.
Oh, don't worry.
I cannot win. Cannot win this weekend.
Be ready.
2 out of 3. The Yankees take 2 out of 3. I'll be happy. If the Giants get swept, I won't be.
Bring out the broom. Where's the broom?
Yeah.
Where's the broom?
But guys, you can continue following us. We're on TikTok. Our TikTok balls have been blowing up. A lot of comments, a lot of back and forths with people. We love it. Continue commenting, liking, share us. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Kick.
We're everywhere, baby. We're
everywhere. Follow us. We're on X. Please follow us, like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like. We'll still read it, you know.
We already know they hate me. I know that for a fact.
Oh, so, they hate my takes. They hate my takes. My Shador Sanders take and the Giants. Oh, I think
you went down the wrong road on that one. Yeah, you went down the wrong road with him.
All right.
He's not going to be on the Giants, y'all.
Like I said, but you delusional fans out there, you know. But this was a good week. Until next week, my brothers, be safe.
Peace out, y'all.
Later,
my brother.